Hello everyone. Today we will start with the first topic in biology, reproduction in higher and lower plants. So as we know that reproduction, it's a process. It is a very important or essential process for continuity of life. Uh, every individual has tendency to produce its young ones, which said to possess some similarities or differences with respect to their parents. So as far as reproduction is concerned, we will see this in case of higher and lower plants. So what is reproduction basically? Reproduction is the production of young ones like parents, and it's an essential process as it leads to continuation of a species as well as to maintain the continuity of life. So while writing or making notes, what you will write is first you will write definition for reproduction. It is nothing but reproduction is the production of young ones like parents, and next you will write there are two types. One, it refers to asexual reproduction, and second, it refers to sexual reproduction. So next you will write there are two types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So next we will start with asexual reproduction. The name itself indicates asexual. It means that there is no more involvement of sex gametes or sex cells, and therefore the first point written in asexual reproduction is, in that you will write, it does not involve fusion of two compatible gametes or sex cells. Second point is, it is a process resulting in the production of genetically identical progeny from a single. So as there is no more involvement of sex gametes or sex cell, there are chances of producing the individual which or the progeny which is identical to that of parent. So it is production of genetically identical progeny from a single organism inherits the gene of parent, and therefore morphologically and genetically identical individuals which are called clones that can be produced. So in asexual production, see, since gene patterns is inheriting from their parent to their young ones. So since gene pattern is same, and therefore genetically they are identical, and that's why morphologically they are also identical to their parents, and therefore there is a written definition. Since organism, so next you will write, since organism inherits the gene of parent which are morphological and genetically identical, and therefore such individuals they are called clones. So what you will write in this first point, it does not involve fusion of two compatible gametes or sex cells, and next you will write, this is a process which results in production of genetically identical progeny from a single, and next is organism inherits the gene of the parent and therefore it produces morphologically and genetically identical individuals which are called clones. So these 3 points you are supposed to write in that asexual reproduction. Next is, so how many types of asexual reproductions are there, that we will see. So next is types of asexual reproduction or modes of asexual reproduction. Organisms choose to reproduce asexually by different modes or by different ways. First is nothing but fragmentation. So multicellular organism can break into fragments due to one or two types of a reason or due to other types of a reason. See, if multicellular organism, if it is there, then it broken down into continuous fragments, or it broken down into fragments simply due to some or other reason, then that process is so called as fragmentation. So for example, Spirogyra. So these fragments grow into new individuals. See, so if you observe, or you can see here, see, there is a fragmentation in Spirogyra is shown, and the breaking point, it is called as septum, and at that septum, that Spirogyra undergoes division and it results into formation of two continuous fragments. Okay, so this is so called as fragmentation. Next is nothing but budding. In budding, so what is budding? It is the most common method which is generally observed in case of unicellular yeast. So if you observe downside diagram, there is a yeast cell shown. Next to that, the yeast tail has tendency to produce a bud. So there is an outgrowth so produced, that is called bud. So usually it takes place during the favorable conditions by producing one or more outgrowth, that is bud. Then this bud on separation develop into new individual. So in third diagram, you will observe that there is a new bud so produced onto the top of that unicellular yeast cell, and that chain of bud continues, and therefore it results into formation of a new individual. So each bud then grows, and then turns into new individual. So in budding, what is generally observed, it results into formation of a budding, and that budding undergoes separation, and then that each bird turns into formation of a new individual. Okay, so these 3 points you are supposed to write in budding. Okay, next is spore formation. See, the downside diagram, it is of what we can say, Chlamydomonas. Okay, it's a flagellated Chlamydomonas. So if you observe, there are the flagella shown over there. So in Chlamydomonas, asexual reproduction occurs by the flagellated motile zoospores, which can grow individually, independently, and turns into formation of no individual. So there is a reproduction. So this is somewhat observed in Chlamydomonas. So if you observe the downside diagram, see, these are those spores which said to possess flagella, and because of flagella they can move from one place to another, and therefore it has been written motile zoospores. So these motile zoospores then comes out from that zoosporangium. See, downside there is a parent cell, it's shown. So that parent cell, from that parent cell, that zoosporangium that zoospores come out, and that zoospores then turns into formation of a new individual. So this is nothing but spore formation. So this is spore formation. Such kind of spore formation also observed in case of lower and higher plants. So that refers to 3 types of asexual reproduction. Now other methods we will see. So these were the 3 types. One, it refers to the fragmentation. Second, it refers to the budding. Third, it refers to the spore formation, and the other method includes binary fission. Okay, so if you observe the binary fission, see, there is a this is the parent amoeba, where there is only one nucleus and the round side, and the around there is a cell. Then when it reaches to maturity, that parent amoeba is there, that shows you elongation of nucleus. So that nucleus goes on elongating. Okay, then there is formation of groove takes place. So on that groove, there is a division of that nucleus takes place, and once the nucleus undergoes division, again cytoplasm starts dividing, and therefore that single cell turns into formation of a 2 cell, and it results into formation of a 2 daughter cell. So this we have seen in case of 2 daughter cell, right? So see, earlier there was parent amoeba, and at the end there are 2 daughter cells, which are obtained by the binary fission process. Then paramecium, see, there is a paramecium. Okay, so there is a micronucleus and macronucleus. Again, that macro and micronucleus undergoes mitotic division, and there is a that undergoes elongation. Okay, and at that grooves, so there is a new the earlier groove, so disappearing oral groove. जो पहला जो oral groove है, it starts undergoing disappearance, and it results into formation of a 2 newly formed oral grooves. Okay, and that newly formed oral grooves then results into formation of a 2 cell, and therefore it results finally into 2 new daughter paramecium. Okay, so this is a paramecium. Binary fission in paramecium. So this is again observed conidia formation in penicillium and gamuse formation in sponges. So if you observe conidia, see, this looks like this, and onto this top there are conidiophore. Okay, and onto that there is a conidia. So that conidia falls down, and it results into formation of a new individual. Then the downside, there is a sponge. Sponge, it is observed inside the sea. Okay, so in sponge what will happen, whatever those sponge are there, on its upper side there is a line of weakness. It has been shown. Okay, so where it undergoes breaking, and therefore it results into splitted form parts of that body. Okay, so whatever parental body is there, it undergoes fission. Okay, and it results into splitted parts. So these are yellow. At the third step, these are the yellow splitted parts. Okay, and that part now turns into formation of a new individual. Okay, so this is somewhat the other methods of asexual reproduction. This is binary fission in case of amoeba. Then we have seen in case of paramecium. Then Third example, it's nothing but a conidia or sexual reproduction by conidia or conidiophore. And fourth one is nothing but the asexual reproduction by fission in case of sponge. Okay, so that refers to somewhat asexual reproduction. Now next we will see is something about the vegetative propagation, vegetative reproduction. So what is vegetative reproduction? See, plants reproduces asexually through their vegetative parts, and hence new plants formed which are genetically identical to their parents. So there are few methods which would not occur naturally in plants. So agriculture and horticulture exploit the vegetative reproduction in order to multiply the fresh stock of plants. So artificial methods are used to propagate desired varieties according to human requirement. So vegetative reproduction is what basically जो पुराना parent plant लेते हैं, we are going to cut that, and that cut plant is then grown into the soil, okay, and it turns into new individual. So that is one of the method which comes under the vegetative reproduction. So plant whenever produces asexually through their vegetative parts, then new plant also form which is genetically identical to their parents. Okay, so which are those methods by which the vegetative reproduction can be done? So first method is nothing but cutting. Cutting you are familiar with, much more familiar with cutting. See, a small piece of vegetative plant, so as it has been shown, see here, as it has been shown over here, there is a scissor in the hand, and with the help of which we are going to cut that part of a plant. Okay, and we are going to, that cut plant is there, then into it is poured in, then it is grown into the soil. So cutting is what? A small piece of any vegetative part plant having small one or more bud is used for propagation. So first we have seen in first diagram it is a stem cutting, for example rose or bougainvillea. Then in second diagram it has been shown leaf cutting, so sansevieria. So we have cut that leaf, and that leaf is then grown into the soil, and that each leaf turn into formation of a new individual. So that is leaf cutting. And third is nothing but blackberry, where I have shown you root cutting. Okay, so root can be cut, and that each root then turns into formation of a new individual after sowing into soil. So that is first method for propagation, that is cutting. Then second, it refers to grafting. Okay, so what is grafting, that we will see. So here the parts of two plants are joined in such a way that they grow as one plant. Okay, so see, upper part of that plant, that is called scion, and the downside part, that is called as stalk. Okay, so in this method, part of a stem containing more than one bud, okay, तो scion देखो, उसके ऊपर दो bud है आजू बाजू में, this is that scion, it is joined onto the rooted plant. तो जिसके ऊपर हम लोग को ग्राफ्टिंग करना है उसके अंदर हम लोग डालेंगे, तो दैट रूटेड प्लांट इज कॉल्ड स्टॉक, एंड द होल मेथड इज कॉल्ड एज ग्राफ्टिंग. ओके, तो ऊपर का जो सायन है, दैट पार्ट वी विल कट इन सच वे दैट इट गेट इंसर्टेड इनटू स्टॉक, दैट इज अ रूटेड प्लांट. और सेकेंड डायग्राम में दिखा है जैसे जैसे रूटेड किया है. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड ग्राफ्टिंग. whereas budding is also called bud grafting, in which only the stalk is only one is the stalk. So see, our third diagram में we will tie that and we will make it only one plant, one part of that plant. So it is observed, or it can be done in case of apple, pear, rose. Okay, so that is a simple method, that is nothing but grafting. तो एक प्लांट लेंगे, उसका एक सायन रहेगा और दूसरे प्लांट का स्टॉक रहेगा, दैट वी कैन डू, दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी डन. और सेम प्लांट का सायन और स्टॉक रहेगा तो भी चलेगा. So that is nothing but grafting process, where two plants are joined and they are allowed to, mostly two plants are taken and they are allowed to grow as a one plant. That process is called as grafting. So here you are supposed to write all those 3 points. Then next is refers to tissue culture. We are familiar with tissue culture. See, in that test tube we are going to provide, we are going to prepare those plants. Okay, so it is a method by which small amount of a plant tissue is carefully grown to give a many plantlets. So micro propagation method is also used nowadays. So see, उधर एक radish दिया है. So we will cut small part from that. That is called explant. Then that explant, see आगे third step में दिया है उन्होंने एक पेट्री डिश, उसके ऊपर लिखा है एक्सप्लांट इन अ न्यूट्रिएंट मीडियम. So that explant we will place inside the nutrient medium. So on nutrient medium it will grow. It grows and it results into formation of a mass. Okay, that is called as callus. That callus turns into formation of an embryoid. Embryoid turns into formation of embryo, and that embryo it is placed in a test tube, and that is called plantlet. So देखो बाजू के डायग्राम में plantlet I have shown you. Okay, so this is again method by which with the help of which many plantlets can be produced from a single part of that plant. So that is nothing but tissue culture. So with this we ends with asexual reproduction of that